Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my channel, Oracle of the Crows. For those of you who are new, my name is Melody, and we do this every day, Monday through Friday. We do daily live streams. Friday, we go into extended because I don't do live streams on Saturdays and Sundays. I usually do other things. Hot flash. All right, so today is July 20th, 2021. So the daily number that we're going to use, or that is for today, July 20th, is we'll take the July is the 7th month. The 20th reduces down to a 2, so 7 plus 2 is 9. 2021 reduces down to a 5, so 9 plus 5 equals 14. Yeah, 14. I had to think about that. My math skills are bad. Is one of my worst subjects. Anyways, 14. 14 reduces down to a 5. So 5s today are changes that we have the capability to make, but we could be being challenged, or there's some sort of an obstacle that is blocking this change that we need to overcome. Okay, so remember that as you go out through your day, and instead of getting frustrated and sending that energy of frustration out there, ask your spirit team, hey, why is this challenge here? How can I overcome it? What is a path? Why am I having this obstacle, and how can I again overcome this obstacle? What is this challenge here for? What is it that I need to learn? Okay, so think about that, because again, 5s are about changes that we have the capability to make, but there's always some sort of a struggle or a challenge, and sometimes 5s are about, there's a block there for a reason, right? There's some sort of an obstacle there for a reason. And sometimes spirit puts that obstacle there because they're trying to get our attention and perhaps take us in a different direction, which brings me to the planets, the planetary action. So today, the moon is in Sagittarius. The moon is a waxing gibbous moon, which means that we are being redirected. So any kind of challenges that you may be having today, ask your spirit team, okay, there's a challenge here. Why is this challenge here? Where are you trying to take me? How can I overcome this challenge? What change is it? What is the change that you are trying to, bring upon me? And what direction am I meant to go in? Because that's what the waxing gibbous does. It changes your direction. It gives you an alternative path. All right. So the moon in Sagittarius says that we need to search for something and have a different goal that brings your life a different meaning. So they're telling you to stay optimistic, because again, this moon is redirecting your path so that you can approach a certain goal in a different way. Sagittarius is a sign of higher wisdom, higher learning. It's about teaching you something. It's about something that perhaps needs to be healed, and that might be why Spirit is redirecting your course. There's something within you that perhaps needs to be healed, and that's what that challenge is, or that obstacle. So the North Node, it is in opposition of the moon. So what does that mean? Well, the North Node is about our life lessons. What is it that we need to learn, right? What are you striving for in life? What is your goal? And that goes back to the waxing gibbous moon in Sagittarius. So it is in opposition of the moon. So what does that mean? Well, they are in separate lanes, right? They're both in their own lane, but they're working together. So the North Node is, again, about our life lessons, a goal that we're striving to reach on our journey. And the Moon is about reflecting within, right? Reflecting within the roots of whatever this lesson is, or this obstacle that is opposing you from reaching that goal, and why you have to go a different direction to reach that goal. North Node is also trine with Saturn. Saturn is the timekeeper. So the North Node is, again, it's about the lessons, the goals that you're striving for in this life. And being trine with Saturn says that the Moon, which is the waxing gibbous, which is about redirecting, is working with the timekeeper, Saturn. Spirit's telling you it is time. It is time to address these lessons. It is time to address these challenges that are blocking you from moving forward and is striving to reach that goal that your soul so desires. Because the North Node is about your spiritual path. All right. So Lilith is also trine Pluto. So if we got Lilith, Black Moon Lilith, who is, she's the one who, things that we deny. What are we denying when it comes to our transformation? Because Pluto is the planet of transformation. What are we denying on our journey that could bring us this positive transformation? All right. So Lilith is also square Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. So what does square mean? Well, square means that there is irreconcilable differences. There is a struggle. There's where your struggle and your challenge lies. So Lilith, that denial is your struggle and challenge with Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. Venus is the divine feminine. Mars is the divine masculine. Venus is about love, harmony, and Mars is about the action that it takes, the power behind it, also known as the divine masculine. Well, Venus is like 2 steps ahead of Mars. She's like leaving him in the dust. And in the next couple of days, she's going to be treading over into the star sign of Virgo. Right now, she's in Leo, but she's going to be treading into Virgo here over the next couple of days. And she's going to be leaving the divine masculine in her dust. Like, she's gone. All right. So Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So there you go. So Lilith is, we got Lilith, Venus, and Mars, and Jupiter that are square. They're all opposing one another. There's aggression. There's irreconcilable differences. So it's like Lilith says, what are you denying when it comes to bringing yourself into that sacred union with your masculine and feminine energy? What are you denying? Why are you denying this expansion? So again, that's your obstacle. That's your challenge, right? With that 5 energy, you're being challenged to make this change. But what is this challenge that you need to overcome? What are you denying within yourself that you are having a issue with, right? When it comes to reaching that goal that you are striving for. All right. So we also have Lilith, who is in opposition with the Moon. Again, opposition. They are, working together. They are working together, but they are in their own lanes, right? So Lilith, again, that denial, in the Moon, reflection about our roots. What are you denying about the redirection that this Moon is trying to give you? It's like you're ignoring that higher wisdom, that higher knowledge about why Spirit is trying to redirect you to go in this different direction to bring about this change. So Chiron is also square with Mercury. So there it is. That's the issue. That's something that you are denying. Mercury is the planet of communication. These two are, they're like there's conflict between them. So it's like, what are you denying when it comes to communicating something? So Mercury is in Cancer. And this is what caught my attention, was the 14 degrees and 41 minutes. There's a mirroring happening. And I feel like it's the mirroring that is happening between, I feel it's Venus and Mars, the masculine and feminine energies. I also feel like with Mercury square Chiron is that wounded warrior, right? So the moon is reflecting back to you the wounds that's causing you this challenge, causing you this obstacle. Chiron square Mercury is, these two are, there's like irreconcilable differences. You're unable to perhaps communicate something because of these wounds. Why do you have these wounds, right? What are these wounds? So we got Mercury in Cancer. Mercury is the planet of communication in the star sign of Cancer. We are homebodies. We are, we're all about, we're the type of people who put our hearts on our sleeves, right? We wear our hearts on our sleeves, and we are notorious for giving people too many chances. And then whenever we get tired of it, then we carry that wound from giving people too many chances. We have a tendency to carry that wound with us. So I feel like that's what's happening. Mercury is 14 degrees in the star sign of Cancer, 41 minutes. And that tells me that there is some sort of mirroring happening. And then Cancers, again, are we're about our home. So reflecting within ourselves. Home is where the heart is, right? Reflecting within our heart. What is the actual challenge when it comes to communication, and perhaps looking at your path from a different perspective? How can I overcome this? How can I redirect my goal? How can I redirect my path to reach this particular goal? All right. And then we got Lilith, which is about denial. Black Moon Lilith in 14 minutes of Gemini. Mercury rules Gemini. So again, it's about denying that. And then we have, Gemini is the sign of the twins. It's about communication. It's about, and I feel like for some of us, we could be over analyzing whatever this challenge is. And why do we overanalyze? Because of them wounds. Well, I want to do this, but if I go do that, what's the chances of it not working out? What's the chances of that shoe dropping again? How many times do I have to go through this before I learn this lesson, which is what the North Node is all about? The North Node is currently in Gemini. So what are you denying? What lesson are you denying yourself? What goal are you striving for? Because the universe is trying to get you to reach that goal. But you've got to overcome this challenge of denying yourself the truth. All right, so there you go. That's a little bit about the planetary action. So, hello, Miss Elaine, and good morning, Leanne. Good morning to both of you, Leanne and Elaine. All right, so there you go. That's a little bit about the energies and how the daily numerology plays into the energies for today. So, the moon is in Sagittarius. So, if the North Node is in Gemini, that means that the South Node is in Sagittarius. The South Node is about our comfort zone, right? So you're being challenged today, collective, to step out of that comfort zone, right? To step out like a little birdie in that bird's nest from last week, peeking out over. Oh no, I don't know if I can do that again. That jump might be too high. So I'm just going to sit here in my comfort zone. I'm going to take a peek out that window until I could feel comfortable enough to step out. Okay, so so that's a little bit about the energies for today. So we're going to go ahead and go over the daily affirmation, which is about our physical health. That's the category Spirit wants to bring out. I give myself the gift of deep and restful sleep every night. And look at there, there's a kitty on there. Meow, meow. Right back at you, Missing Lane. Meow, meow. All right, so I feel like for some of you, you could be stressing yourself out, maybe not getting enough sleep at night, maybe not feeling refreshed in the morning. And that could be something that is challenging you because it's like, well, I want to go here. I want to reach that goal, but I'm stressed. I don't know if I can. I don't understand, how to step out of my comfort zone. I don't know if I am able to communicate or to reach that goal, right? So we have a kitty cat, animal spirit coming with us today who is going to ride out today's energies. So if you have a cat, sit with that cat, pet that cat, talk to that cat. That cat will talk back to you. Open your mind to what that cat has to offer you. Cats are very independent creatures. They're also very curious creatures. They're curious about, at least my cats are. I don't even know how to explain my cats. They're something. I got one cat who just talks his head off, who has a birthday. He's officially 1 year old. And then I have another cat I've had for a couple of years who, I don't know, sometimes we get in shouting matches with each other. And I'm like, what is your issue? And I call her Houdini because what does she do? She likes to escape her comfort zone. But guess what? She escaped yesterday. I left her go out. I was like, all right, I'll let you go out. Opened up the door and called her, and she come right back in. I was like, oh, well, she finally learned a lesson. So animals are sort of like us. They have to learn their lessons as well. Cats, once you break a cat's trust, it takes a lot of work for that cat to trust you again, to regain that trust, not with you, but with any human. And I feel like us humans are sort of like that. Once one human breaks that trust, it's hard to allow another human to come into our comfort zone that we can trust, right? So I feel like that cat energy is coming through saying, hey, collective, be curious, right? Be curious, because I feel like there's another way that you can reach that goal. But for you to reach that goal, go within, ask yourself, what is that challenge? What is challenging me? What am I denying myself? Why am I denying myself this change? What wounds need to be healed? Okay. All right. So enough chitter chatter. So today, because we are currently coming into the full moon in Aquarius energy, I'm going to start pulling the Moonology cards. We got 3 to 4 days where the moon is going to be full in Aquarius. Right now, the moon is in Sagittarius. So it's going to really be affecting the fire signs. All right. So I figured we would pull a Moonology card. I got a little surprise out there for one of my little soulmate tribe, soul sister. She likes the animals, so I pulled out the animal oracle cards. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start off with, well, they keep saying fire, and I feel like it's fire because of because of the waxing gibbous moon in Sagittarius. So we're going to start off with fire, then we'll go into water, then we'll do air, and earth. All right. So fire signs. What's the moon's energy look like around all the fire signs? How is this waxing gibbous moon? What's this energy look like for the fire signs? Yeah. Show the world the real you. And what did I say? Check it out. Let me put it up there. Full moon in Aquarius. And that is about what we're approaching that here by this weekend. So fire signs, again, opening yourself up to being vulnerable. That's about stepping out of your comfort zone, because sometimes when we sit in that comfort zone of, our wounds, whatever we're denying when it comes to them wounds, especially on an emotional level, it's like we're afraid to open ourselves up again, right? We're afraid to step out of the comfort zone and open ourselves up to being vulnerable, because most humans, they're just, that's why I connect with my cats. I live with 2 cats, and I have a reason why I live with 2 cats. Animals, they're not vindictive. They're not, they don't break your trust as easily as a fellow human, right? So you got to think about that. All right. So fire signs, it's about opening yourself up and being vulnerable. It's about showing the world the real you, and getting to that very bottom layer of who you are, peeling off all of them wounds, and not that they're scabs, but they're scars. They're there for a reason, right? It's like having emotional surgery. Them scars are going to remain forever, but them scars are there as a reminder of what lessons that we have had to go through for a reason, and I'm speaking for myself here. I have had a lot of tests in my life when it comes to relationships. I've had to go through a lot. Again, why? Because I wear my heart on my sleeve. I have been through a lot, and it's hard to trust again. It's hard to open yourself up, because when you open yourself up to being vulnerable to the wrong person, what do? They use that vulnerability against you. And I literally had that happen, throughout my life, not just recently. And I'm talking throughout my life. You open yourself up, you tell somebody your deepest, darkest secret, and what do? They take that secret, dip it in poison, and shoot it back at you. So it's like you're afraid to open yourself up again and trust that somebody is not going to shoot you with that poisoned arrow again. Because why? You tell them your deepest, darkest secret, right? So fire signs, you're being asked today, right? You're being asked today to show the world the real you, because there is somebody out there that you're going to be able to trust. There is going to be that certain someone. So you really need to not stress yourself out about it, but be more curious. Who is that person, right? And I feel strongly it's about trusting your intuition, So the full moon in Aquarius for you, fire signs, is pushing you to open yourself up, right? To reveal that deepest, darkest desire or secret or pain. Open yourself up to that pain so that you can release it, let it go. But most importantly, let them emotions flow, right? There's a female on this card. That's the feminine. That's the water chakra. That's the sacral chakra. Also with Venus, by the time the full moon in Aquarius happens, Venus will be in Virgo. Venus is the divine feminine. So just ask yourself that. What is literally holding you back? What is causing you to lose sleep, right? What is causing you to lose sleep? For some of you who have kitties, maybe sit down with that kitty, pet that kitty, tell that kitty that deepest, darkest secret. Open yourself up, because sometimes Them cats ain't going to take that arrow and dip it in poison and throw it back at you. I promise you. Practice with that cat. Get it out, right? Get it out. Open up that door. All right, so let's go ahead and pull Falulabelle. Good morning. All right, so let's go ahead and pull for the element of fire an animal oracle card. Let's see what your animal spirits want to tell you, fire signs. What do your animal spirits want to tell you, fire signs? Ooh, ooh. What do the animal spirits want to tell the element of fire today? All right. You got 2 cards. So you have the rabbit. Your creativity is at a peak. Fertility. And yesterday, listen, I have a funny story. So yesterday, while I was preparing myself to do the chakra videos for the membership so I could get them out of the way, that is one project that is almost done. But I got the bulk of it done. So I'm sitting here and I have a rabbit. There's a rabbit in my backyard. And I see him hopping around. He goes underneath the bush and then he pops back out. Well, my cat is sitting there. I think she was sitting on a table, but she was watching the rabbit and the rabbit was watching her. They were having the staring contest and I was freaking losing it. I never seen a rabbit sit and have it was like that as you were a kid with your sibling, who's going to blink first? I was sitting and laughing because I couldn't believe that Stripes, that's who was having a staring contest with the rabbit, was sitting there. Like she never took her eyes off that rabbit. And I literally was like, all right, which one of you two are going to blink first? And now we have the rabbit and the cat here coming through. So the rabbit is telling you your creativity is very fertile today, fire signs. It is very fertile today. So for those of you who are very creative or are connected to the animal world, Spirit is telling you, your energy is very fertile today. You are being redirected on your journey to reach this goal, to create a new path, right? To open yourself up to, and don't turn your back on the situation, right? Don't, because this is a lesson that you're going to keep repeating until you pass it. So that's why they're telling you, make sure you give yourself enough sleep. Make sure you get enough rest every night. And for some of you, you could get some sort of creative idea in your dreams. And then we have the wolf, guardian. You are safe and protected at all times. So you have the wolf who is guarding you, perhaps guarding you in your dreams. But the wolf is coming through telling you, fire signs, you are safe. You are protected while you're being redirected on this journey to create the life that you want, right? To strive to reach that goal. But in order for you to reach that goal, you have to open yourself up. You have to bear yourself, right? There's where you're going to birth this new path. This is where that goal is going to be reached. And the wolf is coming through telling you, fire signs, listen, you're protected. For some of you, you could have a Native American wolf as a guardian angel who is around you. So far we have a wolf, a bunny, and a cat coming through. So where is your heart space at today? Yeah, lip service. So it's about communication, and that is why Chiron is squaring Mercury. It's like there's this opposition for you, fire signs, to want to do what? Communicate, to open yourself up, to be vulnerable, to tell somebody how you feel, to express how you feel, right? Because again, you're being redirected on your journey today. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some advice from the crows for the element of fire. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess I could have put that down there so you guys can see. All right. So let's go ahead and pull some messages from the crows for the, oh yeah, look at that. Send nudes. Look, she's nude. Open yourself up to vulnerability today, fire signs. You are being divinely protected. You have the wolf who is a guardian around you. You are in a very fertile moment today, fire signs, especially with the moon in Sagittarius and the south node in Sagittarius, because the south node is, pushing you to step out of your comfort zone. The North Node is trine Saturn. It's time, they're telling you, it's time to open yourself up to being vulnerable. It is time to step out of that comfort zone. It is time to, be vulnerable, to send nudes, to not to shed that many layers. And as I say that, I think about Shrek, right? If you ever watched the kid movie Shrek, he says, I am like an onion. I have many layers, right? We all do. We all do. And we really don't start layering until we hit, it's like the layers build as we get older and we go throughout our life. Why? Because humans are stupid, right? Humans just, they're very mean. And they say, oh, well, the guns are killing people. No, it's humans that are killing humans. It's not the guns. It's the person pulling the trigger, right? So, and that's what I mean. It's like humans can be very cruel. They can be very evil. And whenever that happens, when somebody breaks that trust, what happens is that's that other layer. You keep layering yourself. And until, when you put that many layers on, what happens is then layers weigh you down, and it blocks you from opening yourself up and being the real you. It's like you have to put on this masquerade, and then you put on this mask and you try to fit in places that you just don't fit. Because why? Because you're trying to be something that you're not. All right. So let's pull another card. Yeah. Meditation, seeking answers within. So they definitely want you to go within. And that's that Chiron energy. Chiron trine with the moon, reflecting within you them wounds that are opposing this communication, that is opposing you from showing the world the real you, from pouring out how you feel, right? From opening yourself up to being vulnerable. So fire signs, beautiful so far. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify. Said nudes, yeah, right there. There's that melancholy energy. The rainstorm, the emotional rainstorm that causes you, that blocks you, that is challenging you to be vulnerable. To, I feel like for some of you, you could be having release dreams that is blocking you from reaching your goal, right? So you need to search. You need to search within yourself. What is it that is truly blocking you? And that is the Chiron that is trying Mercury. The Chiron trying the moon. It's like the moon and Chiron are working together to show you what this challenge is that is blocking you with that 5 energy to bring this change in. What is that challenge? What is that obstacle? Well, meditate, get some rest, pay attention to your dreams. Meditation, yeah, look at that, 1111. Spiritually awakening, you are on the right path. Now, yesterday, we had the 1111, Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. So today, North Node is trine Saturn. So the North Node is about the lessons What goal are you striving to reach? What lesson is involved in that? Well, Spirit is telling you it is time. It is time to reflect within on what is actually holding you back, fire signs. All right, so let's go ahead and pull a crystal card. So what crystal do you recommend for the element of fire today? What crystal do you recommend for the element of fire today? Makes perfect sense. Cinnabar. Cinnabar. All right, so manifestation, dignity, and vitality. If you see, it works with the root chakra. So the root chakra is them insecurities that is holding you back, right? The insecurities of your own emotions from opening yourself up is holding you back. And then I am powerful. So work on the root chakra today. Go outside. I recommend that you work on that root chakra. Go outside, walk around in your bare feet, put your tailbone down on the ground. Listen to some sort of meditation music. I recommend meditation on YouTube that assists with all of the chakras, not just the root chakra. And make sure, even if you need to lay on the ground. Sometimes I do that. I put my full body on the ground and I will just close my eyes and I can just feel myself sinking right into the earth. And if you don't have time to do that, just go for a walk in your bare feet. Go for a walk in your bare feet. Notice the vibrations on the bottom of your feet. And I know Elaine is notorious. She would go all winter without shoes. She is notorious for not wearing shoes. She absolutely hates shoes. So that would be something good. So I kind of brought that out because I feel like the rest of you fire signs need to be a little bit more like her. You know, take off them shoes. Uncover them chakras on the bottom of your feet, right? Walk around. It'll help you to release things, very much so. Even meditate, right? Go into meditation. Like I said, lay down on the ground. Do some sort of a meditation on YouTube. They have quick little meditations. Jyoti Hypnotic. There's another one on there. Their transmissions. They do quick transmissions, 15, 20 minutes. Some of them are half an hour. You know, the important thing is to take that time. Take that time to give yourself that gift of going in, meditating, and seeking what it is that is blocking you from creating the life that you want to create. All right. So there you go, fire signs. Those are your messages for today. Alrighty. So we're going to go ahead into water next. Take them off. You guys are something. I love the chat. All right. And Leanne says, yeah, I've had my share of cats. My ex-brother-in-law literally had a wolf hybrid, and I was the only person that he would let get close to him. Wolf hybrids are illegal to own. You're not allowed to own them. And he was something. I loved him though. He was freaking beautiful. And I've had my share of kitties. I've had my share of variety of pets. But my kitties are my favorite. Absolutely. So Alrighty, so enough staring at the chat. Let's go ahead and get started here. Let's keep moving. I love watching you guys talk amongst one another. All right, so water signs. So what's going on with the moon and water signs? So we got the waxing gibbous moon in Sagittarius. So there's some sort of wisdom or knowledge to be gained when it comes to a goal. Spirit is trying to redirect you to reach that goal. All right, so what's the moon's energy around the element of water? The moon's energy around the element of water for today. A time to give rather than take. So we have the new moon in Virgo. So like I said, Venus is about to move into Virgo. I feel like, you know, we have a feminine energy on here. To me, she's wearing this crown of flowers. So there could be something coming in down through your crown chakra. So it's a time to give rather than take. So I feel like it's about, you know, the heart chakra. The heart chakra is when it's in balance and it's spinning and it's working the way it's supposed to, you have this energy of balance, right? Where you can open yourself up to give love and you can open up yourself to receive love. So I feel like for water signs, today is a day to give, right? Give them emotions, to give give and stay optimistic, right? Don't take, you know, definitely go within. Ask yourself, what is it that I need to give on an emotional level that can redirect me on my course, that can help me strive to reach some sort of a goal. And I do feel maybe you need to meditate with your cat. My cat, my Stripey, likes to sit on my lap a lot. So maybe meditate with your cat. It'll help you. Maybe that cat is a source of magic for you, where that cat will take you on a journey within yourself, right? It'll help to open up that crown chakra so that you can receive that guidance or that wisdom with the Sagittarian energy that you need to bring about the answer that you need to overcome this challenge. All right. So let's go ahead and pull water signs. An animal that is helping you today. What is a spirit animal that is around you and the message for the element of water? A spirit animal that is around the element of water and a message to them. Spirit animal. Well, for the element of water, a spirit animal around the element of water today, and a message that you would like to give them. All right, so we have the badger coming through. All right, so with the badger coming through, perseverance, dig in and see it through to completion. All right, so we have the badger coming through that is helping you to persevere through this challenge. So I feel like the badger is telling us water signs to dig in, to dig in, to do this meditation, to go within our heart space, right? Dig into them emotions. Dig in and reflect upon them emotions within us that perhaps is challenging us to complete this goal. What is blocking your perseverance, right? What is blocking you from completing some sort of a goal that you have set yourself? See, gain some wisdom on how to redirect or approach this situation from a different perspective. All right, that'll help you to reach this goal. So the badger around us today that is helping us to push us through, right? To keep pushing us through to reach and complete some sort of a goal that we have been striving to reach, right? So it's time to give. It is time to give in and dig in to them emotions, them wounds. It's time to reflect within them wounds and see what them wounds, why are they holding us back? What is it that is holding us back? What are we denying? What are we denying? And I feel like for some of you, and I myself included, it's about where are you putting your power at, right? Where are you putting your power at? Are you putting your power in into the obstacle, or are you putting your power in to that redirection in which spirit is trying to get you to go on? Are you putting your power in this perseverance to reach this goal, or are you putting your power into them wounds, right? So I feel like that is exactly what it is. Dig in and see it through to the end, right? See it through to completion, to completing that goal, to completing whatever you are striving for. So it's about staying positive. You know, the need to search for something, have a goal that gives your life meaning, staying optimistic, approaching your goal from a different perspective, not one from a wounded perspective, right? Don't strive to reach that goal from a wounded perspective. It's about picking up that wand that spirit is handing us and keep pushing through to create the life that we want. So where is your heart space at, water signs? Yep, look at that, lust bound. So there's that shadow, that wound that we are putting our power into. And then we have the feminine coming through again. So there's the feminine, them emotions, right? So again, the feminine is 2 steps ahead of the masculine. In other words, Venus is 2 steps ahead of Mars. Well, about 4 steps. So it's about, you know, are you putting your power into them shadows? Are you putting your power in to strive to reach that goal? All right. So what advice do you have for the element of water today? What advice do you have, pros? Right? Don't text your ex. So don't text an ex-boyfriend. Don't let the past, right? Don't text somebody from your past. That could be something that you're having a problem with, water signs. You know, communicating with an ex, allowing that ex to, you know, have an opinion over where you need to go, what you need to do. The sting of deep emotions, right? And I felt that with this card right here. Where are you putting your power at? In the emotions that keep stinging you from the past? Or are you going to take your power back from them emotions from the past and put it, like, redirect it, you know, take that power and redirect it. So you're being asked today, water signs, to dig in, right? Dig into them emotions, face them wounds, because they're being reflected back to you. Don't deny them, right? Don't deny these emotions. Don't even communicate about the past, because there's nothing you can do to change it, right? So dig into them emotions. Dig in. Face them wounds today. And then redirect that power to approach a goal from a different perspective. It'll help you to overcome this challenge from the past, these emotions that you're carrying with you from the past. So sting of don't text your ex. We'll start off with that one, right? Look, you're going to have a safe passage to go in a different direction. You will have a safe passage. Starfishes move in all different directions. So dig in to them wounds, right? Dig in. Give in to them emotions, right? When you dig in, it's like you're acknowledging them. You're not denying them no more. So you are going to have a safe passage to go in a different direction. That's that redirection of the full moon in Sagittarius, or the waxing moon in Sagittarius. The waxing moon, waxing gibbous, is the moon's energy redirecting your course. So you're going to have a safe passage to go in a different direction today, water signs. But you need to dig into these emotions and the shadow that keeps whooping your butt, and see it through to the completion. Lilith, trine Pluto. Pluto is the planet of transformation. Lilith is, the black moon Lilith is in the denial, right? So don't deny these emotions, because the waxing gibbous moon in Sagittarius is giving you the knowledge on how to go in a different direction to overcome whatever challenges that you may be having to bring this change into your life today. The sting of deep emotions. Yeah, you're being forced to do it. You're being forced to do it, water signs. You are being forced to complete this transformation. So don't let the past of these emotions hold you back. Dig in, face that shadow, and complete it, because it's time. Spirit's telling you, you will have a safe passage. You are being redirected for a reason. So it's time to complete this transformation, water signs. So let's go ahead and pull a crystal card for the element of water. So we have rosazite, all right, so rosazite for the element of water, heart and throat chakra, knowledge, memory, and trust. I am perceptive, right? So that's what Sagittarius is. It's about that knowledge that you're going to be given, right? It's about the knowledge over the lessons of, and then the memory of them lessons and why you've had to go through them. Why you've had to go through them. And the trust that the divine is pushing you and forcing you for a reason. They're forcing you, water signs, and myself included, they're forcing us to face them shadows, to dig in. What is holding us back? What is a challenge that we need to overcome today to reach a goal and complete it? Alrighty, there you go, water signs. Those are your messages for today. Beautiful messages, I do have to add. All right, so let's move on into air. Air signs, you are next. Whew. Hot flash. Let me get myself a drink of my go-go juice here. It's probably why I'm having a hot flash. All right, air signs. I'll read the messages after I stop the live stream because I get started reading their messages and then I get sidetracked. I just like the fact that, you all are intermingling. That makes me happy. All right, so air signs. What's the moon's energy around the element of air today? Emotions are running high. You like fire better. Oh, Leah, you're something. All right. So emotions are running high today for the element of air. Why? Well, because spirit is trying to get you to face these shadows, right? So things are being triggered within you today, air signs, for a reason. And that's because we have the North Node trine in Saturn, and Saturn is currently retrograde in Aquarius. So you got the North Node in Gemini. Gemini is an air sign, telling you it is time. It is time to reflect upon these emotions of the wounds, right? The wounds that you could be denying, air signs. And then we have Lilith, 14 minutes in Gemini. That's the denying, right? The denying yourself a different approach, right? So let's go ahead and pull some animal cards for the element of air. What animals are around the element of air and the messages. For the element of air, what animals or animal is around the element of air today, and the message. Well, we have one come face down, so I feel like this is underlining. So we have the squirrel, get ready for big changes. So we have the squirrel coming in for the element of air that is preparing you for some major changes in your life. So that's why your emotions are running extra high, because things are being triggered to prepare you for this massive change in your life. If you look, the squirrel is looking right back over at that moon. Horse, freedom. You always have a choice. So the horse comes through, air signs, telling you you have a choice, right? You have a choice. And this choice is going to bring you freedom. So the squirrel is preparing you. And that's why I feel like things are coming up. Things are being triggered within you. Your emotions they're extreme today, air signs. And the reason why they're so extreme is because them emotions is what is challenging you. So I feel like, air signs, you're denying yourself. You are denying redirection because of these emotions. So Chiron is forcing you to reflect upon these emotions and why they are running so high. So the divine is like triggering you, right, to make these changes. And that's what the 5 energy is all about. The changes that we need to make. So you got that horse there. So you need to purify them. You need to purify them emotions. And you always have a choice, right? They say we have free will, but do we? So this horse is running right at you. You have a choice to make. And it's preparing you for this major change in your life. And I feel like that's because in a few days, we're going to be having the full moon in Aquarius. Kangaroo. So the kangaroo, I feel, is the underlying energy. And they're telling you to be grateful. Be grateful for all of the lessons. Be grateful for all of the blessings. Have this attitude of gratitude. moving forward. The kangaroo has she has her Joey in her pouch, right? So you're about to birth this new path. You're about to birth this change. Right now, it's still there. It's still in the birthing process. This change is still in the birthing process. So that's why the squirrel is coming in and preparing you for this change. So they want you to be grateful. Be grateful for everything you've been blessed with. Be grateful for the lessons that you've had to overcome. Because without them lessons, you'd have never learned anything. Be grateful for the blessings that came from them lessons. Right? So they're preparing you for this change that is going to give you this sense of freedom to move forward and reach that goal. All right, so what's going on in the heart space for the element of air, right? So we have a rendezvous coming through for the element of air. So you could be having a rendezvous. Maybe this rendezvous was a lesson. Maybe you need to have a rendezvous with yourself, right? Have a rendezvous for them blessings, from them lessons. Have an attitude of gratitude that you had the opportunity to learn something from this situation. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some crows messages. You also could, it says you always have a choice. You may have a choice between two different people coming today, 2 air signs. And one of them people you could very well be having a rendezvous with. All right, so get some rest, right? Because I feel like for some of you, getting enough rest at night or sleep at night will help you to release whatever it is. So crow's message, oh, look at that change. Look at that. And that's what the squirrel is bringing in. There's a time for change, right? And they want you to stay optimistic. Have this attitude of gratitude. Stay optimistic and approach your goal from a different direction. Look, we have the squirrel going this way, the horse coming at you, and the kangaroo hopping towards the future. So redirect your approach to this change. So that is exactly what the squirrel is coming in. This squirrel is preparing you so that you can redirect your approach to reach a particular goal that is going to bring about a major change in your life. So change is upon you, air signs, and I feel like it has a lot to do with Lilith in Gemini and Saturn retrograde in Aquarius and the full moon coming in Aquarius. So let's go ahead and pull another crow's message or advice. Yeah. Love and happiness blossoms from within, right? So you have a choice to go within and start loving yourself, right? That's where the change actually starts. It blossoms from within. So be grateful again for the lessons. Be grateful for everything that you had to go through, all the lessons, because them lessons taught you something. What did it teach you? How to bloom from within. So have a rendezvous with yourself, right? Sit down within your heart space and ask yourself, what is this obstacle? What is this challenge? Why am I having this challenge? How can I redirect my energies to bring about this change? What are you preparing me for? How can I have this sense of freedom? Change. Yep, look at this, a faded energy. So there is a mirroring I felt on this card, which is remember I told you at the beginning of the reading, Mercury in Cancer, 14 degrees, 41 minutes, that mirroring energy. So this is a faded energy, and that's why Spirit is preparing you for this change. So you could be like viewing something maybe while you're sleeping. You could be, in my case, I had a dream what I thought was an ex-boyfriend, and I was like, why are you back? And in my dream, I asked him about his mom, and he's like, oh, she passed. And I literally cried in my dream. So whether it was the person that I was thinking of or it was somebody else, I do not know, because I have a habit of putting a face to someone who is not literally in my dream. That's happened to me several times. But the point is that I had that dream. Is that dream preparing me for a change that's going to happen within my reality? Am I going to have to choose between that person and another? Am I going to have a rendezvous with that person? So, those are just questions that you can ask yourself. How can I prepare myself to make these changes, to have this sense of freedom, to have myself love myself? What is it that I need to go within to make myself blossom and bloom, to have this emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical change within my reality? We have the Queen of Hearts there. That Queen of Hearts is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, right? It's equality. It's equal to the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a water energy. What do we have in water? The Sun and Mercury. They're both in water. And then we have Sagittarius. The moon is in Sagittarius. Moon is ruled by Cancer and Pisces, right? The element of water. So love and happiness blossoms from within. Look at that blue. Serenity, tranquility, and peace. So the blue is the throat chakra energy. Where is the throat? Where is Mercury? In Cancer, water. Queen of Cups. So again, love and happiness blossoms from within. So you're being prepared, right? Spirit is preparing you for a massive change in your life. So if you want to feel peace, right? You want to feel this serenity and this tranquility, to bring you this sense of freedom. So air signs, something I feel is being mirrored back to you today. You are being pushed to go in a different direction. So some emotions are running extremely high because North Node is an opposition of the moon. The moon is about our emotions, reflection of our emotions and where they are rooted deep within you. Spirit is telling you it is time. It is time to reach a goal. So you're being prepared to reach this goal for this massive change. So if you want to have this sense of freedom to reach that goal, something that'll give your life more meaning, you need to start within. That's where the change starts. Feel at peace. Again, be grateful for the lessons, because them lessons have taught you something. Be grateful for everything. Be grateful that Spirit is redirecting your journey. So the emotions are preparing you to have this sense of freedom, to feel at peace, so that you can go in this different direction and birth this new you. Air signs. So let's go ahead and pull a crystal. Goshenite. Goshenite. For the crown chakra. Motherhood, composure, and efficiency. I am what? Peaceful. Peace. Peaceful. So they want you to feel at peace. I feel like that's very strong. Be at peace. Be grateful that you've had to go through everything you've had to go through. Get some rest, right? Get some rest. And, you know, with the Queen of Cups coming through, that very well could be your mother. Air signs, maybe you have a mother figure that is coming through your dreams and helping you and preparing you for this massive change, giving you that sense of freedom to feel at peace with perhaps some things that have happened from your childhood. All right, so there you go. Air signs, those are your message. So you're being prepared for a massive change. That is your overall energy. And I feel like that's the most important message. All right, so earth signs. Oh, look, that 111, huh? Okay, earth signs. So what's going on with the element of earth? What does the moon's energy look like around the element of earth today? How is this moon's energy affecting them? Step out of your comfort zone. Talk about the North Node. There you go. So earth signs, step out of that comfort zone. North Node. So the North Node is in opposition of the moon. The North Node is also trine with Saturn. So it makes perfect sense that you're being pushed. The moon in Sagittarius is helping to redirect you, to push you to step out of your comfort zone. Where is your comfort zone? Them wounds, right? Them wounds that are challenging you. So whatever you're denying, right? Where are you putting your power at? Are you putting your power in them wounds? Are you denying yourself a chance to step out of them wounds and to approach a goal that you've been trying to reach from a different direction? All right, so animal spirit that is around the element of earth and a message for element of earth. An animal that is around the element of earth and a message. So we have the giraffe. The giraffe says you are able to see what's in store for the future. Foresight. All right. So what I feel for the element of earth is, you know, how to overcome this challenge to bring this change into your life is step out of your comfort zone so that you can see, a different direction, a different possibility, a different option that it could be being put in front of you. Because we hide in that comfort zone, again, we deny ourselves these changes, right? We deny ourselves these changes. Why? Because we are more comfortable in that pain, them wounds. That's like, you know, blanketing ourselves. I can't trust you because this has happened before. And if I do, give you a chance. When's that shoe going to drop, right? So you're being shown from a higher perspective, right? How to overcome whatever this obstacle is to bring about this change. So you're being shown from a higher perspective today. Again, North Node energy. To strive to reach a particular goal in your life. We have the giraffe here. Look at that giraffe. He's looking to the future. He's looking at something from a higher perspective. They got very long necks, right? They're very tall animals. I feel like they're agile animals, but they're able to reach the leaves on the top of the tree because they have an advantage. And I feel like that is you, Earth signs. You're being given an advantage to see something from a different perspective. But in order for you to see it, you need to step out of them whatever you were denying, them wounds, right? You need to step out of that comfort zone so that you can see things from that different perspective. See that goal. See why you're being redirected. Stay more optimistic. So if you want to reach a goal that gives your life more meaning, you need to face them wounds. You need to face them wounds that you keep denying yourself. And Spirit is telling you it is time. It is time. North Node, Trine, Saturn. Spirit's telling you, our signs, it is time. All right, so let's go ahead and see where your heart space is. The element of earth. Yep, blessing in disguise. So again, I see the egg as a fertile moment. The egg is not yet cracked. You are still in incubation. The egg is sitting on a lotus flower. So you're still blossoming. You're still blooming. You are still putting your heart back together. Right? But look, there's no cracks. There's no cracks in that heart. So you need to, whatever the wounds are that you are reflecting upon today, whatever this obstacle is that's being presented to you today, Earth signs, is actually a blessing in disguise, right? Look at the giraffe looking right over at that. It's actually, and you need to see it as that. You need to see whatever this obstacle is or this challenge that comes with this change as a blessing in disguise. You need to look at it from a higher perspective. And in order for you to do that, you need to step out of the emotional wounds that we call a comfort zone. All right, so let's keep going. So what advice do you have for the element of earth? Yeah, there's that shadow. So the crows are even telling you that shadow, that neediness, needing that shadow is your comfort zone, right? That's where you feel comfortable at. I need that shadow. I need that wound. So let's pull another crow's advice. Yep. Try going that way. So Spirit is definitely redirecting you today, Earth signs. They're definitely redirecting your approach. So you need to go the opposite way. We got north, and then the hand is pointing south. South node is in Sagittarius. The moon, the waxing gibbous moon, is in Sagittarius. So it's time to complete that cycle. It's time to complete this challenge. It's time to see these wounds from a higher perspective and see them as a blessing in disguise, right? Step out of that comfort of that shadow, of needing that shadow to thrive. Because all it is an obstacle. So you're being challenged. So you need to approach this goal from a different perspective. Because that's where you're going to birth the new you. You're going to break out of that shell, of that shadow. You're going to break out of that comfort zone. And it's going to put you, north node, and then the hand going the opposite way. They're trying to redirect you to go in a different direction. And it's pointing south. So north and south nodes are really working with you today, especially with the moon in Sagittarius. The moon reflects. What are they reflecting? Them shadows that have been instilled within us. So I need you. Yep, it's time to complete that cycle. Definitely. It's time to complete that cycle. It has been, whatever you have been through, has been a blessing in disguise. It's happened. It's all happened for a reason. So stepping out of that shadow and completing this cycle is going to redirect you towards a goal that you've been striving to reach. It's going to make this change that you've been striving to make. Yep, it's time to mature. You got that gnome coming through. It's time to mature, right? It's time to mature and see that shadow as a blessing in disguise. Whatever has happened, they've kept you in incubation period. You are incubating yourself in that comfort zone. And it's bringing your hearts all back together. It's bringing you back to yourself. It's putting all of the parts of the broken pieces of you back together. So it's time to complete this cycle. It's time to mature, right? It's time to see something from a different perspective, because you are being redirected to reach a goal, to overcome this challenge. So whatever challenges or obstacles are being presented to you today is pushing you to step out of that shadow comfort energy to complete a cycle. North node, south node energy. So north node is life lessons, the life you're striving to create. South node is the comfort zone, right? Step out of your comfort zone. Try going that way, right? That's what it's about. Stepping out of that comfort zone. So there you go. So it's time to complete this cycle. It's been a blessing in disguise. You've been through it for a reason. All right. So earth signs. We have tiger iron coming through. I am on earth signs paradigm. I'm almost done. All right. So tiger iron, root, sacral, and solar plexus for the element of earth, grounding, balancing, and courage. So ground your energy, right? This will bring in that sense of balance so that you can complete this cycle and give you the courage to see something from that higher perspective. I am strong. You'll realize the strength, right? You'll realize the strength that you've had, the strength that you've gained to bring all the parts of you back together, to complete you, to put you back into that sense of wholeness. Love it. Absolutely beautiful, earth sign. So there you go. those are your messages. Now the dailies are complete. So Paradigm, I don't know what your element is or your sign, but I just got done with Earth. So if you're one of the, you'll have to go back and rewatch it, which I do timestamps. So you'll have to go back and rewatch whatever you may have missed. All right, guys. So remember, you're being redirected for a reason. So there's an obstacle in your path because Spirit is trying to pull you in a different direction today. They're trying to give you the wisdom and the knowledge of why you are being pulled, why you need to change directions. So that you can reach a particular goal that you've been striving to reach today. So I hope you all have a blessed July 20th. Again, happy birthday to all the fellow Krabby Patties out there. The sun will be moving into Leo in a day or two. I think it moves Thursday. I think it goes into Leo. And then we have, again, the Venus moving into Virgo on Thursday. So there's a lot of shifts and changes that are happening for all of us on all levels, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So my best advice to everybody is just to be in the flow. Be in the flow of universal guidance today, because that universal guidance is going to take you where you need to go, not necessarily where we want to go, but where we need to go on our journey. So whatever challenges and obstacles you all are having today, roll with it, and make sure that you take care of yourself. Make sure you get enough rest. And make sure that you pet your kitty, if you have a kitty or an animal of any kind that you have around you. Animals are good therapy, very, very good therapy. And I feel like that's what you need to do. Not use your animal, but love your animal. Animals are our therapy sessions. We could pour out our deepest, darkest emotions on an animal, and they may run off to their cat friends and tell them, but we'll never know. But they will give us the comfort that we need. I love it when my cat purrs. I could just put that purr right up to my ear. It is so soothing. It is a very healing vibration when you hear a cat purr. That's why when they're injured, they purr. And their purr is loud because it heals them as well. So, just rest with your animal today. Allow that animal to give you your therapy, because that animal's therapy is going to help you stay positive. It is going to help you to see things from a different perspective today. It's going to give you that wisdom and knowledge. It'll help you to chill, right? All right, enough preaching at you guys. Have a blessed 2 for Tuesday. I will see you all in the morning. Blessed be.